right, welcome back to the show, and I'm pleased to have a community focus here, focusing on a couple of things that are very important this time of year when we think about kids going back to school, and that's weekend backpacks. Weekend backpacks, and how important is that for our young people? I'm pleased to be joined by Fred Hassell, who's the executive director of Weekend Backpacks Baltimore, and Amanda Kodeck, who is the chief giving officer for MileOne Cares. Interesting that I get an opportunity to speak to you as well, Amanda, because I talked to G. Mosanen of MileOne Group, and we talked about this program and MileOne Cares. So it comes full circle here. But thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with you, Fred. And for our listeners that might not know, can you just give us a brief as to what Weekend Backpacks Baltimore is?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on today, TJ. So Weekend Backpacks Baltimore is a food insecurity charity, which can mean a lot of different things. But for us, it means we're focused on helping those 1 in 3 kids throughout Baltimore that don't necessarily know where their next meal comes from. And the way that we do that is by preparing bags of non-perishable goods, about 10 pounds in each bag, that we send out to 50 partner schools across the city. And that way, each of those schools can identify children that need help, send those bags home, and these kids can eat with their families over the weekend and come in on Monday fueled up and ready to learn.
Yeah. And why is the start of the school year one of the critical times for those families that are facing hunger issues?
Yeah, so, I'm actually right out here at one of our partner schools today, Southwest Baltimore Community School, and there's a ton of people out here for back-to-school activities, which is great. Unfortunately, though, a lot of times what gets lost in the sauce, so to speak, are the things that you can't touch. So we're used to seeing school supplies, but people aren't used to knowing that there is meal support that's out there. So it's really important for us to let these families know, especially families who might be trying to access these programs for the first time, that there is support available through their schools. They just need to let us know, and we can go ahead and help them as long as we're partnered up.
Excellent. And Amanda, how did the partnership with Heritage MileOne Auto Group come about?
Yeah, so we reached out to Fred and his team, I guess it was about 1.5 years ago, to start doing some partnerships with them. And we started pretty small. We started doing some snack bags with them, and we just loved the organization. We saw the impact they were having. They were great to work with. And so we approached them about doing this a couple months ago, thinking that we would see how big of an impact we could make with them. And we're really happy with the partnership that we have with them, and we're really glad to continue it.
And that impact has been huge. Heritage MileOne is providing $80,000. That's the largest corporate commitment in your 10-year history. What will that support make possible?
Yeah, so that $80,000 is the largest corporate gift that Weekend Backpacks has ever received, and we are really proud to be that contributor. Through that partnership, we're providing 8,000 food bags. Each bag's about 10 pounds, and so we've started packing those, and that's enough to cover the entire first month of school for program participants. And that really ensures children and families have access to nutritious meals when they need them the most.
Yeah, and I know a lot of employees are going to be participating in this as well, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's about, as I mentioned, 8,000 bags. We are at 5 or 6 different dealerships, and we are packing those bags. So our employees are rolling up their sleeves, and they are packing these bags. On Monday, we'll be at the Honda Parkville location, and we will be packing about 500 bags there. This is really important because it's one thing to give money, but it's another thing to really make sure that there's a tangible outcome, that our employees can see what they're doing and the impact they can have on the community. So it's more about it's more than just giving, right? It's also about getting the employees involved and making them feel part of this program and part of the community to really help out Weekend Backpacks.
Indeed, and that voice you just heard there was Amanda Kodeck. She's the Chief Giving Officer for MileOne Cares, and Fred Hassell, who is the Executive Director of Weekend Backpacks Baltimore. And beyond providing meals, how can this partnership help students come to school more focused and ready to learn, Fred?
Yeah, so, coming off of the weekend when maybe you haven't had more than 1 or 2 meals, maybe it was just a bag of chips from the convenience store, is placing kids in a position where they don't have the calories they need to sit down and take a test. So having a partnership with somebody like MileOne means, first and foremost, we know that we can support those families. Secondly, it means that they're coming and stepping up at a time when across the country, everyone is experiencing an increase in prices. That goes to the families that we support, as well as the food that we purchase through our partnership with the Maryland Food Bank. So having the support of a local corporation like this is allowing us to continue stepping up when we need to. And I think the last big piece for us is it really demonstrates that MileOne wants to get into the communities where they have customers, where their employees live, and they want to actually make a difference and make sure that Baltimore is stronger in the future.
Yeah, I got to see it firsthand and see some of the programs, and I found it fantastic. That's why I said this comes full circle, having talked about this and did a full interview on some of that balance. It's great to see. And for listeners who might want to help, how can they support Weekend Backpacks Baltimore, Fred, and its work with Baltimore City families?
Sure. So the best way for anybody out there who wants to support our work to lend an easy helping hand would be to go to our website, weekendbackpacks.org, and offer a donation. It takes us about $12 to get a meal bag together. So if you can donate $12, that's one family that's going to have some food in their belly over the weekend. Another way that anybody can help is that we always welcome in community volunteers. There's a section on our website where you can fill out a volunteer waiver form, and we'll get some information to you about packing events, although I got to tell you, they are pretty popular, so sign up early.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's a great way to give back, people. If opportunity, again, you're sponsoring a child or family, $12, this is a great way to do it. Fred Hassell, the Executive Director of Weekend Backpacks Baltimore, Amanda Kodeck, the Chief Giving Officer for MileOne Cares. Thank you both for what you're spearheading and what you're doing, and also all of the employees that will be volunteering their time to help as well.
Thank you so much, TJ. And just remember, hunger doesn't take the weekend off.
That's right. No, thank you. Very, very sound message. Appreciate both of you. Yeah, I had the opportunity to learn a little bit more about what MileOne does and what their employees are involved in as well. And it is something we do a lot here at Hearst as well, not trying to toot our own horn. It's not being self-serving, but being able to go out and do that is it's great. It feels good. And if everyone did that, let's harken back to what we heard from Reverend Brown earlier, that we have a responsibility. Men have a responsibility in a certain regard. All of us have a responsibility. So if you can do it, please do. And you might not have the money, but if you have the time, that opportunity is there as well.